One. All right, class. This is the social studies project for grade 6. We're going to go through it real quick so you know what's going on. So, start off with, this is your outline. Basically, you're going to create a map of the world, and this map has to show the following. Before I get started on telling you what the map needs to show, I want you to come up with innovative ways to show this map. Interesting ways to display the map of the world. But you're going to start off with the top 10 trading partners with Canada, and this is an interesting question because you could have different answers and different ways to interpret how important a trading partner is. The US is a country that we trade the most with, but does that make it the most important? It could. You're going to have top 10 set up on your map, and you're going to tell me reasons why you feel that they are the most important, and you have to back it up with what is imported or exported or traded with these people, and why you think it's important. Second thing you got to look at is time zones. On your map, I want you to show the different time zones. You can see these time zones are already broken up. I want you to tell them, and then I want you to break it up so you can show the difference between the time zones. So the Eastern time zone where we are, you can say that it's a certain time. Maybe you want to have it start at 12 noon. And then all the other different time zones, you're going to either add hours or you're going to subtract hours depending on how you want to set it up. But basically, your time zone is based on the Eastern time zone, and then it adjusts accordingly, whether it's an adding of hours or subtracting of hours. But if you have questions, come and see me. Then the major longitude and latitudes of the world. You're responsible for the equator, for the Tropic of Cancer, for the Tropic of Capricorn, and the prime meridian, which you'll see is down there. And then if you think there's any other important things you want to put in, do that as well. Also, I want longitude and latitudes of the 10 major countries that that you believe Canada, or that Canada trades with, that you believe are the most important, and Canada, and you can decide whether you want it to be the capital city that you measure the latitude and longitude for, or whether you want it to be the center of the country, as long as you let me know what that is. And these are more examples: Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, the equator, there's your prime meridian, and you'll see different examples of maps that show latitude and longitude. Next, you're going to answer 2 of the following questions. How has Canada influenced other countries? How does tourism benefit Canada? Why would companies want to manufacture goods outside of Canada? And how does the world perceive Canada? Answer 2 of those questions. Use research. Use examples from websites and sources. And you're going to cite your work. So you're going to create a bibliography, and here's how you do that. This is APA format. So basically, you're going to look at, if it's a book, like we did with Timmy Thompson's book called Canada, the Land and the Awesome, you're going to write it like author's last name. Here, the first initial, the publication date, the book title. Don't worry about additional information. City of publication and publication company. And that looks like this. Thompson T. 2011 was the year it was published. Canada, the Land and the Awesome. That's what this is supposed to say, but you can see my writing's a little weak. It was published in Toronto, Ontario, and Seal Books was the publishing company. Next is the website. So you do the author's name if you can find it, the date of the publication, the title of the work, and then don't worry about the retrieved month, day, year unless you can really find it there, but I do need the URL address. So it'll look like HTTP Canada Travel. So you put the author's name if you can find it, so it's Samantha Songstress, and then you put in the date of publication, which I believe is 2010. So, okay. Then you're going to put in quotes, and there's a way that you need to differentiate. So when you're using a quote from a source, put it into your project in a different font. Also put the author's name and date if you have it of the source, and if it's a website, put the title of the site and the date that it is published, and here are the examples of that. So as you can see in Thompson's 2011 book on Canada, this you can see is the different font. So this is the actual quote, and then I put this in for good measure as well, so you know where that source is. On the Canadian Tourism website, it states, this is a sentence, and then you can see the different font. Guess what is awesome? Canada is, and then that's from the Canadian Tourism site, and that's in 2010. So that's basically your project. If you have any questions, please let me know, and good luck.